In every market, someone makes a million.
Someone misses it.
It's not just about luck, it is about insights.
Welcome to Millionaire Whisperer. Victor, now we're in the month of November and
exciting
so much.
month, man. Yeah.
Oh, this month is exciting.
Yeah.
So many things have actually happened in this year 2025. So let us just run through what has actually happened in the property market in this whole year.
Yes, correct. So 2025 was an exciting month for the CCR, Core Central Region market. So we actually see the take-up rate for Sky Holland at 98% on the launch day. Penrith sold about 96%. Zion Grand, which is in River Valley, they sold about 84%. And not forgetting River Green, they also did about 87%, and it was done on the first day. Yeah. What about the other areas? So even if we see a take-up rate in OCR areas like Springleaf, they sold about 92%, Parktown 88%, Lentor Central 95%, and our latest new kid on the block, Faber Residence, not near to MRT, but they did about 86%.
Alright, so with this, we will be covering in this YouTube for the year 2026, what are the exciting OCR launches. So for today, we're just going to do the OCR region, because if not, it'll be like a 3-day YouTube channel.
Okay.
Alright.
Yes, correct.
So, but Victor, why are so many people rushing into the new launches?
Correct. So you must test my Chinese in this aspect. It says here, this 联合早报 article says that 我国是 sorry 是在平均车价车价
对不起各位观众，对不起各位观众，我国是在平均市价15年后或破4000元。Google Translate.
Okay, 15 years from now, the average per square feet for new home will hit the 4,000 per square feet mark. So today we can buy something at 2,000 per square feet. Joe, what do you think we should do?
We leave it to the audience to
decide.
decide.
You decide. Yeah.
Okay, so today, in order to make it a bit more interactive, we will also be sharing with you the star rating that we're giving for every OCR launch. So 5-star being
for you must you must buy this project.
Okay, provided you get a good ballot number. Okay, and 4-star
is something that you should consider.
3-star.
You should be more neutral about this project. You can either choose to buy or you can choose to walk away.
2-star.
You should not. You should seriously be thinking, why are you buying this project?
And 1-star?
You better run away.
You don't go through flat. Okay, so today, rolling off in the month of January 2026, we're expecting a new launch to happen in OCR in the Dairy Farm region. So tell us a little bit more about it.
Okay, finally, we got this new plot that's coming up just beside the Dairy Farm residence. Alright, this is actually bidded by none other than Santari and APEC Lab Consortium. Okay, so the developer for them, they bid this plot of land at 1020 PSF per plot ratio. So if you convert it after adding your 20% profit margin and your harmonization, we're expecting the launch price to be about 2367 per square feet. Okay, so who exactly is this developer? Okay, basically they are from Apex Asia Development. It's a Singapore-based real estate development led by Li Jin, who is the executive chairman of Qingjian Realty.
Alright, so what do you think of this OCR Dairy Farm project, which actually the name is already out? It's going to be called Narra's Residence, right?
Yes, Narra's Residence. So just a bit of background about this project, comprising of 540 units, not a very small project, it's more like a media-tier project. And it has this Bukit Panjang Primary School within the 1 kilometer away, and it's also near to this very famous international German school. For those that's buying for rental, this could be your cash cow. However, this project is not, say, too near to the MRT. It's probably about 12 to 15 minutes.
I think the killer is really the slope up. When you're heading from the MRT all the way to your premises.
Yes, correct. And this generally, you have quite a high supply of private property.
What are already the properties that are already launched in this area?
Okay, so we have two. We have the Botany and we also have Dairy Farm Residence. But Joe, if you look at how Dairy Farm Residence performed over the past 5 years, not too bad, In fact, you look at the return on equity, right? They did about 4 to 5% per annum.
So for this, we will be giving this project
probably a 3 star. This is not our favorite blockbuster, just by the way.
But I guess there will be people
Mm.
that really like
Mm.
this area because it's actually near the nature reserve. If you
Yeah.
prefer to be in an area whereby it's quieter, you have lots of greens. We really have people that enter this area because they love the tranquility in this area. And for people who actually drive, it is just an easy access out to BKE and you are down to Orchard in probably a 10 to 15 minutes time.
Yep. Correct. Yeah. Okay, so what is the next OCR plot that we should be looking at? Is none other than Tengah. Joe, what do you think about this Tengah location?
Alright, so this Tengah, if we were to look at the break-even and factoring the harmonization, we are expecting the launch to be at average price of 2,259 per square feet, which is pretty decent. Definitely higher than Faber. Maybe for some of you who didn't get your favorite unit at Faber, this could be a piece that you can really look at. I feel that it's pretty similar to the Faber piece. First of all, it is actually quite near the expressway, but I think once again, Gracoland is not going to fail us. They're going to do it in a way that is tilted away from the expressway. The highlight of this development is that it's actually a mixed D. We haven't got any idea how many shops there will be, but at least it's a mixed development and it's going to make access to amenities a bit easier. So, Victor, what do you think of this piece of new launch?
Okay, I will give it a 4-star.
Wow, that's a very high rating.
Yes,
Why?
correct.
Why?
Okay, because this is a mega development comprising of a condo with full condo facilities, total of 860 units, and this is situated in an upcoming estate whereby you have a lot of HDB upgraders, and I feel that in terms of resellability in future, it won't be too difficult because people who actually buy a HDB in this area, naturally they want to progress into this area. They will move far away. And looking at the price, right, it seems to be quite attractive because if you look at how much GoCo has bought this land for, it's very similar to the price that they bought for Tengah and also for Woodland. So to me, this price, I feel that the price will be very close to the EC price, and when your price is close to EC price, it has a very good potential, for capital appreciation.
Especially this is actually a mixed piece of development.
Yes, correct. So in terms of MRT wise, you are very close to the Tengah MRT. And in terms of primary school, no guarantee because there's no detail that's out yet. But potentially, it can be within 1 kilometer to ACS and Princess Elizabeth Primary School. Okay, why is it that I give 4-star instead of 5-star? It's because some of you may have this concern. If you look at the performance for Laquest, it's doing only about 3%. So is this a real concern for those that's aiming for Tengah, this area? So if you take a deeper dive at the numbers, you realize that Laquest has quite a number, 100 over 1 and 2 bedders. Okay, why is it that sometimes 1 and 2 bedders will affect the prices? It's because audience tell me today, all right, who will be the one that will buy the 1 bedders? Do you agree with me that it likely is going to be the investor? So usually when a development has too many of 1 bedder, it means that you'll be flocking with a lot of investors, and investors usually they are more protective of the price that they offer. They usually offer a bit lower in terms of the price, and as a result of that, it probably, all right, the appreciation will not be as high. So
in short, the demand is definitely a bit lower for smaller units currently, especially in the OCR. All right. So if you are actually considering an OCR launch in the year 2026, do connect with us to make sure that what you enter is truly a safe buy because you really want to safeguard your hard-earned money. All right, moving along, still in the west, we're moving on to Victor's favorite place, which is
really
Lakeside.
literally beside my place.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So whoever that is looking at Lakeside, please call me. I'll be really happy, excited, so happy to share with you why they actually choose to invest or buy a place in Lakeside. Okay, so if you look at this Lakeside, okay, this developer who has actually successfully bid this project is by CDL. So the highest bid that they receive is 1132 PSF per plot ratio. So if you convert it, adding in your 20% profit margin and harmonization, we are launching it potentially at 2,800 per square feet.
2,800 per square feet. Hey, so bro, are you sure that for 2,800 PSF, I'm sorry, in Lakeside, is it really worth paying? So, and what's our star rating for this project?
Yes, correct. So if the price is at $2,800 per square feet, my star rating will be 3 stars. To all my West lover, alright, please calm down. For 2,008 per square feet, to me, star rating is 3 because you could have potentially have better options out there. So if you want to know what to buy at 2,800 per square feet, hit me up today. We'll be happy to share more with you guys.
So of course, for this OCR Lakeside piece, we definitely like it because it's near to the MRT, and that's what a lot of the audience out there love as well. You actually have your favorite school, which is Rulang Primary.
Yeah.
Very likely is within 1 kilometer. It is a good size project, almost 575 units. It is by CDL. CDL seldom fail us, and definitely is in an area of huge transformation. But our only concern is if one were to be paying 2,800 per square feet for this region, although it has been achieved in Jayden,
Yep.
we are still a little concerned about how well protected your money is.
Yes, correct. Okay, so different location, different region, equal chance. Okay, so right now we are moving on to the north. All right, so what is actually happening in the Lentor cluster? We have the upcoming Lentor Garden. So Joe, share with us, who is this developer?
Okay, so this Lentor Garden is bidded by Kingsford, this is actually their first piece in this area. We all know Lentor has been dominated mainly by Graco Land and also the Hong Leong family. So this piece factoring 20% harmonization, we're expecting the price to be doing about 2,200 per square feet. So the rating for this piece is 3 stars.
Okay.
Why not say?
For me personally, I'm an MRT sucker. The reason why I buy Lakeside is also because it's so near to the MRT. So for this Lentor Garden, right, it's literally about 5 minutes walk to the MRT. It has a garden in front of me, and this is considered as a middle tail development. It's not too small, it's not too big either. It's very perpetually well liked by HDB upgraders in this area. Okay, but of course, why is it not 5 stars and why is it only just 4? Is because the question mark is it within 1 kilometer to CHIJ St. Nicholas? This one we are not too sure.
For me, I give it 3 stars because I feel that there's really so many pieces of Lentor over here, and being one of the last few, I'm not so sure if there's already a fatigue in this area. And of course, if one is buying to rent it out, then because there are already so many units in this region, we do have a bit of question mark about the rentability.
So if you look at the precedence, which is Lentor Central, the profit margin is 22.7%. And if you look at Chuan Park, okay, they actually did about 15% profit margin. So the question is, what is the markup? If the markup is low, Joe, do you think it's a good opportunity for us to enter?
I guess if one is really a north lover, if you're upgrading actually from Canberra, Yishun, Woodlands, I think you can still definitely take a look at this piece. After all, in this area, you have a mall, you have MRT, likely you still have good schools within 1 kilometer. It is definitely a very comfortable township to be staying in.
Yes, correct.
And in Lentor, we are expecting another piece to also be launching. This will actually be in Lentor Central. It has not been sold yet. The only information that we have is 580 units, 400 meters away from the MRT and the mall that is going to happen. We're not too sure about if it's going to be within 1 kilometer of St. Nick's Primary. And same thing, I think we will have an issue with the huge supply over here, and rentability is definitely a question mark. But of course, like what Victor said, it's all about launch prices. So let's stay attuned to our view about this Lentor Central piece.
Correct. Yep. Okay. Hey, so guys, so right now we are going to introduce to you another OCR mega blockbuster. This is none other than our Springleaf Parcel A. So if you remember what actually happened in this year in August, the takeout rate for our Springleaf Parcel was almost 92% sold on day one. Okay, so for this parcel, the developer is none other than Ritter Holding. Okay, they bought this land at 1062 PSF per plot ratio, and if you add in your combination as well as your 20% profit margin, they are likely going to launch at 2678 PSF.
Wow, so Victor, what do you think of this price?
Wow, for this price, I could potentially have better options out there. I could have gone into the RCR, I could have gotten maybe somewhere that is more centrally located. So to all the audience out there, if you want to know what are your better options, if you are paying 26 plus to 2,700 per square feet, do hit us up today. We are happy to share more with you guys.
Alright, so given that the launch price is likely to be in the region of 2,600, what is your star rating?
2 stars.
Oh.
But the disclaimer
This is a mixed development, bro. Are you serious?
The disclaimer is, if this is at 26 per square feet, my star rating is 2. However, it really depends on how kind the developer is, depending on what is the ultimate final launch price.
Okay, so moving along, let's take a look at another north launch in the OCR, which this one will be Chencharu. Chencharu is going to be a new township totally. It used to be the former Border Tree Park actually, and this is now the current Chencharu area. There's going to be a lot of HDB over here as well. Let's take a look. The break even is 1790. We expect the price to be doing probably at 2003 per square feet for a mixed development. Developer is EVR. They paid more than 1 billion for this piece of land. So, and what is our star rating for this property?
3 stars. Okay, why 3 stars?
This is a strict teacher.
Because I'm the familiar preacher of the West. If you ask me to move to the North, I will really scratch my head. Joe is really too far for me. But again, this year we have many launches, we have different piece, we have equal opportunity for everyone out there. So for those that is really a North lover, this is a place that you can really consider.
Yeah, totally agree. So, but this area for the people who are in the north, I guess you will love it because you have your usual, your MRT, you have your primary school. It is a big development. It is a mixed development as well. And if the developer is going to price it sensitively, hopefully at 2003, I think the price is exciting. But looking at the last mixed development, which is Parktown, I did an analysis. Developer actually mark up 40% at their average prices.
This is crazy.
Yes, so if Chencharu is going to do a 40% markup, the price is going to hit 2006. Then I think Victor will give it 2
better
stars.
options out there. Yeah. Okay. The next upcoming OCR plot is Chuan Grove. So this is literally just across the Lorong Chuan MRT station. So for those that have missed your Chuan Park earlier on, this is another renewed opportunity for you to enter and to buy in this location. So this developer is none other than Sing Holding and Sunway Development, comprising of 555 units. So the land bid for this project is 1,331 PSF per plot ratio, and if you convert it and adding on to your 20% profit margin and harmonization, we are expecting the developer to launch at 2,009 per square feet. So Joe, what do you think will be your rating for this Chuan Grove? Okay, shall we just call it together in the count of 1, 2, and 3? Yeah, 4 stars. Okay, so Joe, share with us, why do you give this a 4-star rating?
Alright, so this actually fits the bill for everybody. It has the MRT, you have your school, you have a decent small little mall nearby. Only thing is, once again, the pricing, which is 2,900 per square feet for OCR. Wow.
Yeah. Okay, and so moving on, okay, we have this plot of land that's just literally beside the Hougang MRT station. So this is going to be the next upcoming integrated development in our Hougang area. So what's so special about this development is that it's going to be just beside the cross-regional line. Okay, and also it's within 1 kilometer to Holy Innocent Primary School. Again, it's a huge land plot, okay, with good land size, total of 740 units. So this area, okay, in front of this area, okay, likely your future buyer in future is going to be someone that stays in the HDB in that area. However, this piece of land is not going to be launched likely next year. It could be in 2027. Yeah, but I think based on what we have feel on the ground, people out there, our buyers are generally very excited about this launch.
Yes, that's right. Alright, so moving on. Alright, welcome to the East. Now,
Yes,
everybody,
finally the East.
we are now moving to OCR, and this year there's going to be a really exciting launch in the East, although it is still in the OCR region. This is actually Bayshore. This piece of land is actually bought by Singhai Yi. The estimated break even 2003 plus. We expect the launch to be almost hitting 3,000 per square feet if it's going to be a 20% profit margin, factoring harmonization. So, what is our star rating for this project? 1, 2, 3.
4 stars. Yes, Joe. Yeah.
Okay, so why are we giving it 4 stars?
Okay, number one, because this is a middle tier development. It's not too small, it's not too big. Okay, it's just nice for you guys. Okay, and this is within 1 kilometer to Temasek Primary. It's also literally just beside the new Bayshore MRT station with sea view, with good transformation factor. That's why it's 4 stars.
Yes, and of course, we all know that there are many HDB that is going to be built in this area. All these people, although they can sell probably only 10 years later, but they are definitely your resale group that you can offload your property to. Okay, so Victor, at 3,000 per square feet for Bayshore, what do you think of this price?
Okay, at 3,000 per square feet, okay, there could be other options that you may not want to also miss out. So I suggest that for those that really want to know about your options out there, whether it's $3,000 a safe price to enter into Bayshore, do hit us up today because we'll be happy to share with you probably other options that will be more in line to your objective.
All right. Okay. So
That one,
moving
that one.
along in the east area, there is going to be another launch. This is likely going to be the last piece of GLS in this area. This is actually at Tanah Merah. The land is not sold yet. The only information that we have is you only have 380 units over here. It is likely going to be within 1 kilometer of Temasek Primary. And the question is, do you think that there's going to be an oversupply in this Tanah Merah area?
I feel that in this area, generally the demand and supply is generally quite well balanced, it's quite well intact, because if you look at how Precedence or how Grandeur Park perform, generally in terms of the return per year, they did about 4 to 5%, which is quite safe.
So it's all about what you always say.
Yes.
Entry price,
Entry
entry
price,
price,
entry
entry price, which will give you more information when the land is being bid.
Yeah. So just to give you guys a head up about the prices in Tanah Merah, alright, if you look at Grandeur Park, which actually TOP in 2021, the break-even price is at 1,267. But if you wait for 3 more years, you realize at Seneca, the break-even price has gone up by almost 300 per square feet more. So what is the thing that we can actually learn from today? Do not wait to buy property, but buy property to wait.
Last piece we're going to talk about, which in fact this project, which the name has been out already, is called Pinary. This is in Tampines West, much awaited by many people who have missed the last mixed development Park Town. Looking at the launch price, 20% factorizing harmonization, we're expecting the price to be doing 2,340 if the developer is kind. And who is the developer? It is Hoi Hub. I really hope that they're kind, because the last mixed development, as we have discussed in this video, which is Park Town, they actually mark up 40%. So if this is going to be a 40% markup, it's going to be 2,600 for Tampines.
Yeah.
So what is our rating for this Tampines West new launch, which is called Pinary, and it's going to be launching likely in the month of February 2026. And our rating for it is 1, 2, 3.
4 stars! Yes, finally we are aligned. Yeah.
So this is once again a mixed development. 2026 is definitely a year of mixed development. There are so many launches that is a mixed development. We have in your east, Tampines, to this Pinary. We have in the west, Tengah is also a mixed development. We have in where else?
In the north,
Northeast.
Yes,
Northeast as well. It's also another mixed development. All right. So for this, it is actually very near to Tampines West MRT. There's your downtown line. There is also a primary school within 1 kilometer, which likely, what school is that?
St. Hilda's.
Are you sure?
All
right, and then and we all know Tampines, you have all your HDB over there. There are people who just simply love Tampines and they will always want to upgrade back to a condo in Tampines. So there's no lack of HDB upgraders. My only concern is there are only 558. 585. My only concern is that there's only 585 units. I think once again, there might really be a lot of disappointed buyers, honestly. But nonetheless, this is going to be one piece that's going to launch very soon in the first quarter of 2026. Please contact us so that you can understand more about this development, and more importantly, I will reveal to you what is your walkaway price for this development, because we really want you to buy safe so that you will be in it for profits if ever you want to exit the property.
Yep.
So just to end off today with our favorite OCR launch.
Yes, correct. So for me, it's PinaryResidences. Okay, why is it this area? Is because I have been at Eastie for about 25 years. Okay, so before I got married, I'm always an East person. And for myself, I stay in Tampines. Used to be a teacher. I also teach in Tampines. So Tampines has always been the backbone of my life. And if you realize that how the condos in Tampines, like Treasure at Tampines, Bay, and also how Tapestry, how they perform in the resale market, I should say that their performance is phenomenal. Yeah, and because there's already an organic strong resale demand in Tampines by the HDB upgraders, I feel that it's a natural progression for them wanting to buy your condo in the near future. So my take is PinaryResidences. So Joe, what about you?
Alright, my favorite is actually going to be Bayshore residence. I know you are likely going to pay probably at least 2,008 per square feet for this, but this area is a very interesting area because if we were to look at precedents of past property like Seaside Residence, which is also in the OCR, and but they actually perform very well. They actually made millions as well, and this is actually a place of aspiration. People who are from every part of Singapore, I'm sure you wouldn't mind having a property in the Bayshore area. People who are already in the east will always love to aspire to go down to this region, the Bayshore region, because it's near the park, it's near all the eateries, there's also good schools nearby. I think the demand is going to be high, and unfortunately, we really don't have many units over here. So do contact us to take a look at the show flat, and we'll be happy to serve you. So ending off for today.
If you find value in today's outlook, don't just stop here. Click like and subscribe.
Catch us in the next episode where we will be diving into the Core Central region, the rest of Core Central region, and even the ECs.
Because understanding the market is not just about chasing trends, it's about
whispering with us. This is Millionaire Whisperer. See you in the next episode. So just to end off today with our favorite OCR launch.
Yes, correct. So for me, it's PinaryResidences. Okay, why is it this area? Is because I have been an Eastie for about 25 years. Okay, so before I got married, I'm always an East person. And for myself, I stay in Tampines. Used to be a teacher. I also teach in Tampines. So Tampines has always been the backbone of my life. And if you realize that how the condos in Tampines, like Treasure at Tampines, Cube, and also how Tapestry, how they perform in the resale market, I should say that their performance is phenomenal. Yeah, and because there's already an organic strong resale demand in Tampines by the HDB upgraders, I feel that it's a natural progression for them wanting to buy your condo in the near future. So my take is PinaryResidences. So Joe, what about you?
Alright, my favorite is actually going to be Bayshore residence. I know you are likely going to pay probably at least 2,008 per square feet for this, but this area is a very interesting area because if we were to look at precedents of past property like Seaside Residence, which is also in the OCR, and but they actually perform very well. They actually made millions as well, and this is actually a place of aspiration. People who are from every part of Singapore, I'm sure you wouldn't mind having a property in the Bayshore area. People who are already in the east will always love to aspire to go down to this region, the Bayshore region, because it's near the park, it's near all the eateries, there's also good schools nearby. I think the demand is going to be high, and unfortunately, we really don't have many units over here. So do contact us to take a look at the show flat, and we'll be happy to serve you. So ending off for today.
If you find value in today's outlook, don't just stop here. Click like and subscribe.
Catch us in the next episode where we will be diving into the Core Central region, the rest of Core Central region, and even the ECs.
Because understanding the market is not just about chasing trends, it's about
whispering with us. This is Millionaire Whisperer. See you in the next episode.